Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Wise Elderly Tips. Today I'm going to share something that might just change your life. Did you know that certain vegetables you've probably eaten your entire life could actually be causing you pain, inflammation, and even affecting your mobility right now? It's true. As we age, our bodies respond differently to foods that once seemed perfectly fine. Think about it for a moment. Have you noticed more stiffness in your joints lately? Maybe unexplained fatigue after meals? Or perhaps you're finding it harder to maintain your balance and strength? What if I told you that some of the vegetables sitting in your refrigerator right now could be contributing to these problems? But here's the good news: there are also 3 incredible vegetables that could be game changers for your health. These powerhouse foods can enhance your strength, boost your memory, and help you maintain independence well into your golden years. This information is absolutely crucial if you want to keep enjoying life on your own terms. The choices you make about what goes on your plate could mean the difference between maintaining your freedom and gradually losing your mobility and vitality. By the end of today's video, you'll know exactly which 3 vegetables to remove from your shopping list immediately, and which 3 to add that could transform your health. And make sure you stay until the end, because I'll reveal one vegetable that most seniors eat almost daily that might be secretly undermining your stability and strength. If you're committed to protecting your health and maintaining your independence, go ahead and hit that like button right now and type "Staying Strong" in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Wise Elderly Tips and hit that notification bell. We're dedicated to bringing you the truth about senior health that mainstream advice often overlooks. Now, let's dive into the 3 vegetables you should never touch as a senior, and why they could be harming your health more than you realize. Let's start with our first vegetable to avoid: eggplant. This might surprise many of you because eggplant is often considered a healthy food. Let me tell you about Margaret, one of our viewers who reached out to me last month. Margaret had been making her famous eggplant parmesan for over 40 years. It was her family's favorite dish. But recently, she noticed something troubling. The morning after enjoying her beloved recipe, she experienced increasing stiffness in her fingers and knees. At first, she brushed it off as just normal aging, but when she noticed the pattern repeating week after week, she began to wonder if there might be a connection. And she was right to question this. You see, eggplant belongs to the nightshade family of vegetables, which contains a compound called solanine. This is actually a natural defense mechanism that the plant produces to protect itself from pests and predators. But here's what many doctors won't tell you: in sensitive individuals, especially seniors, this compound can trigger significant inflammation in your joints, muscles, and connective tissues. This means that beautiful eggplant parmesan might actually be worsening arthritis symptoms and contributing to mobility problems for many of you watching right now. What's particularly troubling is that this inflammation doesn't always show up immediately. It can build gradually, making it difficult to connect the dots between what you're eating and how your body feels. Many people believe that all vegetables are equally beneficial, but that's simply not true, especially as we age. Your body's response to certain foods changes over time. Something that caused no problems in your 40s or 50s might now be triggering widespread inflammation throughout your body, particularly affecting your legs and joints. So what can you do? I recommend eliminating eggplant from your diet for at least 3 weeks. During this time, pay close attention to how your joints feel, especially in the morning. Do you notice less stiffness? More ease of movement? If you love eggplant dishes, try substituting with anti-inflammatory alternatives like zucchini or carrots in your favorite recipes. These vegetables can often provide similar textures and cooking properties without the inflammatory compounds. And remember, always pay attention to how your body responds to what you eat. Your body is constantly giving you feedback, and learning to listen to these signals is one of the most powerful things you can do for your health. Now, while eggplant might be surprising as a potential health risk, our second vegetable to avoid is one that most Americans consume multiple times per week, often believing it's a harmless comfort food. I'm talking about white potatoes. Let me tell you about James, a retired postal worker who's been following our channel for years. At 72, James prided himself on staying active, taking daily walks around his neighborhood to stay fit. But he noticed that he was increasingly fatigued after meals, especially dinner, and experienced noticeable weakness in his legs that started affecting his daily walking routine. When he reached out to me, one of the first things I asked about was his diet. Sure enough, potatoes featured prominently, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, and his weekend treat of French fries. Here's what most people don't realize about white potatoes: they're extremely high in simple carbohydrates that cause rapid blood sugar spikes. For seniors, these repeated surges trigger inflammatory responses that constrain the delicate blood vessels nourishing your legs, feet, and even your brain. This inflammation pattern can lead to decreased circulation, slower healing, and what's most concerning, a gradual loss of strength and stability that many mistake for normal aging. Many of us grew up with potatoes as a dietary staple and naturally assume they're a nutritious vegetable. In reality, they function more like refined carbohydrates in the body, potentially contributing to systemic inflammation and weakened blood vessel integrity. This is particularly dangerous for seniors who may already be dealing with circulatory challenges. What happened when James reduced his potato consumption? Within just 3 weeks, he reported more consistent energy levels throughout the day and less of that post-meal fatigue that had been plaguing him. After 2 months of limiting white potatoes, he noticed improved strength in his legs and was able to extend his daily walks again. Instead of white potatoes, I recommend opting for sweet potatoes or cauliflower, which can be prepared in similar ways but offer anti-inflammatory benefits instead. Try cauliflower mash as a delicious alternative to mashed potatoes. You might be surprised at how satisfying it can be with the right seasonings. And sweet potato fries, when baked rather than fried, make a wonderful substitute that actually supports your health rather than undermining it. Our third vegetable might be the most surprising of all, as it's often promoted as a health food. Yet for seniors, it can cause specific problems that directly affect quality of life. I'm talking about asparagus. Eleanor's story illustrates this perfectly. At 75, Eleanor prided herself on eating healthy, adding asparagus to her meals several times a week after reading about its nutrients in a health magazine. Yet she found herself increasingly dehydrated and dealing with urinary urgency that began limiting her social activities. She became reluctant to leave home for extended periods, worried about finding bathrooms quickly enough. What she didn't realize was that her healthy vegetable choice was contributing to these very problems. Asparagus is a natural diuretic, meaning it increases urine production and helps the body eliminate excess water. While this might sound beneficial for some, it can be problematic for seniors who already have a diminished sense of thirst, making dehydration a serious risk. For those with bladder issues or incontinence, which affects many older adults, asparagus can exacerbate these conditions significantly. The compounds that give asparagus its distinctive smell when you urinate, called asparagosic acid and its derivatives, can also irritate the bladder lining in sensitive individuals. This can increase urgency and frequency, symptoms that can severely impact your quality of life and independence. Many health-conscious seniors add asparagus to their diet believing it's universally beneficial. However, its diuretic properties can worsen bladder problems and contribute to dehydration, which is already a common risk for older adults. Dehydration in seniors can lead to confusion, dizziness, and increased fall risk, definitely not worth it for a vegetable, no matter how nutritious it might otherwise be. If you enjoy asparagus and don't experience these issues, you don't necessarily need to eliminate it completely. Instead, limit consumption to small portions, never eat it in the evening if nighttime bathroom trips are a concern, and be sure to increase your water intake when you do enjoy it. Better yet, replace it with hydrating vegetables like cucumber or celery that provide nutrients without the diuretic effect. Now that we've identified the vegetables that could be undermining your health, let's discover 3 powerful alternatives that can actually enhance your strength, mobility, and cognitive function as you age. These vegetables don't just avoid causing harm, they actively work to support your body's needs as you age. First on our must-eat list, beets. Now, I know what some of you are thinking: beets? Really? But bear with me, because this root vegetable might be one of the most powerful foods for seniors. When 78-year-old Robert added beets to his weekly meals, he noticed something remarkable within just a month: improved energy levels, clearer thinking, and better recovery after his daily exercise routine. His wife mentioned that he seemed sharper during conversations and was recalling names and details more easily than he had in years. What makes beets so special for seniors? They're rich in natural nitrates that help increase blood flow to the brain and throughout the body. This improved circulation delivers more oxygen and nutrients to your cells, enhancing energy levels and cognitive function. For seniors concerned about memory and mental clarity, this benefit alone makes beets worth considering. But the benefits don't stop there. Beets also contain powerful antioxidants called betalains that protect against chronic inflammation. Their fiber content supports digestive health, and they provide a modest amount of natural carbohydrates for sustained energy without dramatic blood sugar spikes. Many seniors overlook beets, assuming they're difficult to prepare or unappealing. I understand, the earthy flavor can be off-putting if you're not used to it. However, modern preparations like roasted beets with a little olive oil and balsamic vinegar can transform them into a delicious side dish. Their health benefits for seniors are simply too significant to ignore based on outdated memories of canned beets from childhood. Try adding roasted beets to salads, blending them into smoothies with berries to mask the earthy flavor, or enjoying pickled beets as a side dish. Even small, regular portions can make a difference in your circulation and brain health. And here's a tip: golden beets have a milder flavor than red ones, so they might be a good starting point if you're beet hesitant. While beets support your circulation and memory, our next essential vegetable focuses on maintaining your strength, mobility, and bone health. This powerhouse is none other than broccoli. At 83, Doris made it a point to eat broccoli 3 times weekly after learning about its benefits from our channel. During her annual checkup, her doctor was amazed at her bone density test results and her remarkably low inflammation markers compared to others her age. When he asked about her secret, she simply said, "I take my broccoli seriously." Broccoli is rich in vitamins K and C, which support bone health and immune function, both critical concerns for seniors. Just 1 cup of broccoli provides over 100% of your daily vitamin C needs, helping your body produce collagen that keeps skin, joints, and blood vessels healthy. But what makes broccoli truly exceptional for seniors is its content of sulforaphane, a powerful compound that reduces inflammation throughout the body. This anti-inflammatory effect can help ease joint pain, improve mobility, and potentially slow the progression of inflammatory conditions that affect many older adults. Many seniors avoid broccoli due to digestive concerns or taste preferences. If gas or bloating is a concern, try steaming it lightly rather than eating it raw, and start with small portions until your digestive system adjusts. The bone-strengthening and anti-inflammatory benefits make it worth finding a preparation method that works for you. Try steamed broccoli with a drizzle of olive oil and lemon juice, add it to soups, or enjoy it in a stir-fry with other vegetables and a little garlic. Even a small serving a few times a week can provide significant benefits for your joints, bones, and overall inflammation levels. Our final must-eat vegetable might surprise you with its versatility and remarkable stabilizing effects on your energy and strength. I'm talking about sweet potatoes, nature's answer to the white potato problem we discussed earlier. Charles switched from regular white potatoes to sweet potatoes after watching one of our videos, and within weeks noticed more stable energy levels, less post-meal fatigue, and gradually improving strength in his legs. At 81, he was able to resume gardening, an activity he had reluctantly given up due to weakness and fatigue. Unlike white potatoes, sweet potatoes provide complex carbohydrates that release energy slowly, preventing those harmful blood sugar spikes that can damage circulation and trigger inflammation. They're incredibly rich in beta-carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A, essential for vision health, immune function, and cellular repair. The fiber in sweet potatoes supports digestive wellness and helps maintain healthy cholesterol levels, while their potassium content assists with proper muscle function and blood pressure regulation. Their anti-inflammatory properties make them especially valuable for seniors concerned about joint health and mobility. Many believe sweet potatoes are just like regular potatoes but orange. In reality, they have a completely different nutritional profile and effect on blood sugar, making them an excellent choice for seniors concerned about maintaining energy and strength. Their natural sweetness means they need less added fats or sugars to taste delicious, which is an added benefit for weight and heart health. Substitute sweet potatoes anywhere you'd use white potatoes, mashed, roasted, or as a base for casseroles. Their natural sweetness pairs wonderfully with warming spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, and a touch of maple syrup for a delicious side dish that supports your health rather than undermining it. Now that we've covered these 6 critical vegetables, let's talk about what this means for your everyday life and well-being. The vegetables you choose to eat or avoid can significantly impact how you feel, your energy levels, and ultimately your independence. Many seniors find themselves struggling with joint pain, weakness, or fatigue without realizing that their diet could be contributing to these issues. I've received hundreds of letters and comments from viewers who made these simple changes and experienced remarkable improvements in their quality of life. Some report being able to play with grandchildren again without pain. Others have resumed hobbies they thought were behind them. Many share that they've reduced or eliminated medications for various inflammatory conditions, always under their doctor's supervision, of course. Instead of viewing these dietary changes as restrictions, I encourage you to see them as empowering choices that put you in control of your health. By simply switching a few vegetables in your regular meals, you could experience less pain, more energy, and greater mobility, allowing you to live life on your own terms. I want to be clear, I'm not suggesting that changing your vegetables will solve every health problem or reverse every aspect of aging. But what I've seen in my years of researching senior nutrition is that small, thoughtful changes often lead to surprising improvements in quality of life. And isn't that what we're all after? Not just more years, but better years, with the energy and ability to enjoy the things that matter most to us. I challenge you to try eliminating one of the problematic vegetables and adding one of the beneficial ones for just 2 weeks. Notice how your body feels, your energy levels, and your overall well-being. Keep a simple journal noting any changes you observe. Many of our viewers report feeling differences within days, while for others it takes a couple of weeks for the inflammation to subside and the benefits to become apparent. Remember, it's never too late to make positive changes to your diet. Your body continues to respond to what you feed it at every age. Even in your 80s and 90s, the foods you choose matter tremendously. By choosing foods that support rather than undermine your health, you're taking a powerful step toward maintaining your independence and quality of life. To recap what we've covered today, consider removing or limiting eggplant, white potatoes, and asparagus from your diet, especially if you're experiencing inflammation, weakness, or urinary issues. Instead, embrace beets for better circulation and brain health, broccoli for inflammation fighting and bone support, and sweet potatoes for stable energy and strength. These recommendations aren't based on fads or trends, they're grounded in understanding how these foods affect the aging body specifically. What works for a 30-year-old athlete might not be ideal for a 70-year-old looking to maintain independence and vitality. Which of these vegetables surprised you the most? Do you currently eat any of the ones we suggested avoiding? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I read and respond to as many as I can, and our community benefits tremendously from sharing our collective wisdom and experiences. If you found this information valuable, please make sure you're subscribed to Wise Elderly Tips and hit that notification bell so you never miss our evidence-based advice for maintaining your health, independence, and vitality in your golden years. And if you know someone who might benefit from this information, perhaps a friend or family member who's dealing with unexplained inflammation or fatigue, please share this video with them. You might be giving them the key to improving their quality of life. Thank you for joining me today in this important conversation about your health. Remember that small changes to your diet can lead to significant improvements in how you feel and function every day. You deserve to enjoy these years with comfort, mobility, and independence. Stay strong, stay informed, and I'll see you in our next video with more tips for living your best life at any age.